Considering how my first video went on this subject, it only made sense for me to make a sequel, even if it was unwarranted and unwanted. I covered this subject briefly in the original video about representation of furries in Irish media. I also discussed Ireland's AM coverage of our fandom. Since then, I found there's actually a lot more coverage of us. It's just really hard to find. This is why I decided to make a video covering furry and Irish society. The two things I can't seem to understand. Seriously though, why is it the boys outside Tesco who are wearing Canada Goose jackets think they're on top of the world? Similar with furries, why do they think they're on top of the world just because you have a fur carpet? I'm afraid those are two questions that will just never be answered. The representation of us is very scarce, which means that most people have no idea what a furry is, unless you're a person on the internet, which is either purposely finding edgy content that just contains us being torn apart in the name of cringe culture, or you find the abundance of interviews of us in the news, or the various weird scandals when Zootopia was released, or the MFF gas bomb, or when Beastars was released, and, that caused a lot of ruckus. With it though, Furry is still relatively new to the land of the Irish, despite the fandom being nearly 40 years old. Well, that depends on where you date it. Hell, even with Comic-Con, Irish society can still be a little bit finicky. The view of it goes one or two ways. They either view it as awesome because holy shit, you're Batman, or holy shit, you're Harley Quinn. Or they think it's dumb and cringy that adults are dressing up because, wow, look at you, engaging in a fantasy world and not focusing on things like taxes and other adult things. Well, at least I can dress up as Spider-Man and forget about my life worries for a little bit, which is better than going to the local pub and drinking Guinness until I pass out. I'm trying to be funny, please laugh, I'm desperate. I mean, if anyone knows anything about this subject, it's gonna be me, because just people have a lot of problems with me just being a furry in general, not even owning a fursuit, just being a furry in general. I can literally make a whole video about things that people have said to me for being a furry, for various things like telling me to go kill myself, or asking can I be hunted because I identify as an animal, or having people share my YouTube channel around the school. As I said, Irish society, I will never understand you. As you can see, Irish society is very judgmental, and anything that isn't sports or drinking is typically looked down upon, and the furry community is no exception. Of course, not every Irish person fits into the stereotype, and thank God for that. Some are generally awesome and great people. I'm mostly addressing people that fit into this stereotype, which is a lot, unfortunately. Will furry ever be accepted in Ireland? I'd say so. Comic-Con has always been a blast, and as far as I know, I never had any issues regarding the public. I see furries the same way, as furries do attend this convention, so a furry convention will probably attract the public, but once we keep to ourselves and give good representation, we should be fine. And also, not to mention, I don't think this will be a big shocker, especially with things like RuPaul's Drag Race being very, very popular. Men dressing in feminine clothing and women dressing in masculine clothing. And also with, non-binary people starting to be represented a bit more in Ireland. It just seems to be... We seem to be getting a bit more progressive, so seeing someone dressing up as an anthropomorphic animal, wouldn't be the weirdest thing that they're seeing. Also want to give a shout out to my best friend Caitlin, because I was writing the script for this video, and I had no idea if it sounded correct, and she's in English studies, and also she's an English studies student, so of course, she's gonna help out. I did get a little worried when she responded in French, but don't worry, she did a good job, so it was only fair to give her a shout out because she did a good job. Also, she also helped with the last video as well, and I didn't give her a shout out in that video. I'm sorry, Caitlin, I love you, bestie.
Yo, bitch, I'm giving you a shout out with helping me with the script for this video. Do you wanna, send in a little message at all? I need good content, please help me.
Caitlin didn't respond with a voice note instead of with a text, so I'm gonna have to give it all to you guys. In honor of my amazing Grammarly mind, can y'all please stream Kingdom Come by The Boys on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube? Thanks, and stand The Boys. Thanks, Caitlin. I'm very tempted to show this picture of Leo Radker getting boba. I'm just gonna put it right here for you guys. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.